Okay, so we're just going to start nice and simply today on all fours. So in a tabletop position. So if you want to go ahead and just set yourself up with your wrists under your shoulders, spread into your fingers, and then just make sure your knees are under your hips, and then just make it a little firmer today. So if you can already start to kind of push down into your palms and all the way through the top of the feet. So you feel the toes and the front of the foot pushing down firmly into the mat. And then if you're using the playlist, just go ahead and press play. And we'll bring in some movement straight away here. So if you feel comfortable, close down the eyes. And as you inhale, you take that deep breath in and start to stretch through the spine, reaching the chest forward and rolling the shoulders back so the heart opens towards the sky. And then as you exhale, we pull into our cat position, getting that really nice rounding through the back. As you draw your chin close in towards your chest, letting the crown of the head tip down. And then today's movement, just start to flow in your own time. So we find that kind of rhythmic movement of cat-cow, where the spine extends and rounds and the body just starts to gently awaken. They're kind of taking that really slow pace to start, kind of elongating the breath in and feeling the breath release all the way out as you contract in towards your center. So after you've had a couple rounds in that kind of standard back and forward flow, if you wanted to branch out here, take the time to just move in kind of all directions. So you might start with a sway side to side. You might start to circle the hips and the torso. If the neck and shoulders are feeling a little tight, give the neck a nice big circle. But just offering a little freedom here to just kind of move, making it really flowy. You can always sink back to child's pose, making it nice and deep and open. And as we take just a little bit more time here, can you start to just feel into those physical sensations of your body? So you might notice what's tight, what's open. Maybe something's feeling a little restricted today or a little tender. And then approaching today's practice with just a little bit of kindness. So we'll get into that repetitive movement. So you'll kind of know where we're headed with each flow. So you can take the time to position yourself in a comfortable way and finding what works for you. So let's just take 2 more rounds here. Deep breath in and smooth breath out. And one more time, your deepest breath in, flowing the body. And slowly letting the breath release, coming back to a neutral spine. Okay, Anahatasana, keep the hips lifted and crawl your hands forward to the top of the mat while your chest pulls down, but the hips stay nice and high, stacked over the top of the knees. So if you notice the hips start creeping forward and you don't really feel it too much in your shoulders, sink the hips back a little so they're over the top of the knees. And then again, bring in that firmness through the top of the feet as you push down into the mat. And then knowing there's always the option to take the hands wider, or you can always make the pillow with the hands. Well, let's just take 2 deep breaths here. If it's accessible, you can bring your chin to the mat. I know I have to do that option because my nose kind of pushes into the mat. And let's take 1 more breath. Okay, with your arms extended, slowly peel your chest up, and we'll take it all the way down onto our belly. So just gliding through gently onto your stomach, laying all the way down. Okay, take your arms straight down by your sides. Engage through your thighs, so feel that lift through the thighs, the kneecaps, and again, the firmness through the top of the feet. As you inhale, a kind of half locust pose, just lift the chest and lift the arms off the mat. The feet stay grounded, the legs are strong. Squeeze the shoulder blades in and tuck the chin in. We take a nice deep breath in, even reaching back with your fingertips. And exhale to lower back down, forehead to the mat. I'm just going to do 2 more like that. So as you breathe in, just lift the chest. The shoulders squeeze in, they draw back and down. The neck is long, the chin in. Take a breath in. Exhale, breath, fold down. 1 more time, breathe in, lift the heart. So push into your hips, into kind of your pelvis. Again, the kneecaps are lifted. Take a breath in, chin is in. Exhale, breath to fold down. Okay, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Push back up onto all fours. And from here, we're going to come straight to downward dog. So you might crawl the hands back, fingers spread wide, tuck the toes under, lift your hips to the sky. Okay, and this is just where we're going to land for a while. So if you want to take any movements here that you feel like you need, so if you want to gently paddle out the feet, that option's there. If you want to wiggle the hips around, the pelvis, anything you feel like you need here. You might shake and rinse the neck out as you start to feel that strength through the arms, that firmness through the hands as you push into the mat. And take a couple more breaths here. So if you're moving the body, just slowly make your way to stillness. As you draw the heels down to the mat, the toes are spread wide, the fingers are spread wide. You're trying to find this kind of broadness across the back. So feeling like your shoulder blades are moving in opposite directions across your back. The chin is in. Let's hold for one more breath. Really feeling that activation through the arms. Okay, come up high onto your toes, onto the balls of the feet, and just a slow tiptoe to the top of the mat into your forward fold. All the way to the top. All right, bowing the chest over the top of the thighs. On an inhale, take a halfway lift. So bring the hands up the shins, pull the shoulders back, tuck your chin in. Exhale to fold back down. And then just 2 more times like that. So inhale, breath, we repeat a straight long spine, pulling the belly and ribs in. Feel the core activate here. Exhale to fold. Last time, inhale, breath, halfway lift, kind of reaching your tailbone up to the sky. Find that strength. Exhale to gently fold, and you feel that softening through the body. Okay, inhale to rise to stand, circle the arms all the way up to the sky, that deep breath in. And exhale, hands to your heart. Okay, a little slight bend in your knees, ribs in. On an inhale, arms come up to the sky. And exhale, breath, right hand comes down to your right leg. And as you exhale, a little hinge over towards the right, getting deep into that side stretch. Beautiful. Inhale back through center, right palm meets the left. Exhale, left hand flows down and our hinge over to the left side. Beautiful. Okay, inhale back to center, arms up to the sky. And this time as you exhale with your feet hip distance apart, sink down into your chair. Beautiful. So this one doesn't need to be deep. You want to make sure your knees stay in line with the ankles so they're not drawing in. You want to squeeze into the glutes a little. All right, shoulders back, take a breath in. As you exhale, twist to your right, bring your left arm forward and your right arm back. So we're trying to keep the hips square to the front, just the torso moving. Inhale back through center, take the arms up to the sky. Exhale, breath, twist to your left, right arm forward, left arm back. Nice. Okay, inhale back to the center, extend the arms to the sky, straighten the legs, lift up. Exhale, breath, we swan dive, arms come out and down, forward fold. Beautiful. Halfway lift as you breathe in, just one time, engaging through the spine. Exhale to fold, we release. Hands come down to the mat, step back to your plank. Okay, we're holding this plank for 5 seconds. So if you want to lower the knees, feel free to lower them. Otherwise, push into the shoulders, draw back through the heels. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower your knees all the way down to the mat. Draw your hips back towards your ankles. You can either leave your toes tucked or you can untuck them. And as you inhale, bring your arms into a cactus. So the chest comes up, the elbows come in line with the shoulders, broadening through the chest. Beautiful. So if you want to skip the flows at any point, this is a good option to take. So take a nice deep breath in, lifting the heart up. And then as you exhale, hands come back down to the ground. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. So whenever you feel like you need a rest or a break off the wrists, it's always a good option to take. Okay, rise up onto the toes. a bend in the knees, a walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Beautiful. Halfway lift as you breathe in, a long straight spine. Heart reaches forward. Exhale to fold back down. Okay, one more time. So 2 this time. So we inhale, halfway lift. A breath in. Exhale to fold back down. Rise to stand. Circle the arms all the way up to the sky. Very nice and tall. Exhale, hands land at your heart. Okay, a little bend in the knees. Deep breath in. Arms come up to the sky. Exhale, breath, right hand comes down to your right leg. We hinge over to the left as you breathe out to get that length into the left side of the body. Beautiful. And keep flowing. Inhale back through center. Palms touch. Exhale, hinge to your left, making sure not to arch the spine here. Keep the ribs in and the tailbone curling down. Inhale back up to center. Reach to the sky. Exhale, breath, we chair. So bend into the knees, keeping the legs open so it's a little more spacious in the hips. And you kind of don't need to go as far for this one. Tailbone down. We take a breath in. Exhale to twist to your right. Left arm forward, right arm back. Feel the shoulders pull down. Inhale back through center, arms to sky. Keep the knees facing forward. As you exhale, twist to your left, right arm forward. And again, just make sure your knees are facing to the front. Inhale back through center, arms to the sky. Straighten the legs, lift up. Exhale, we swan dive, arms out and down, forward fold. Beautiful, guys. One time, halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale to fold. Hands down to the mat, step back to your plank. Okay, this time we're just holding for 3 seconds, so nice and easy. Tuck the chin in. We hold 3, 2, 1. Okay, your choice this time if your knees are lifted or lowered. We take a breath in, shift forward. Exhale to lower. If you want to halfway, that option's there. Otherwise, all the way to the mat. Cobra or up dog for your extension. So whatever's going to feel really healthy on your spine this morning. And downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Okay, we're going to keep flowing through. So that same movement. Come up onto your toes. Bend the knees. A walk, a big step to the top of the mat. Nice. One time, halfway lift as you breathe in. Strong and firm through the thighs. Exhale to fold. We rise, reach the arms up to the sky, grow long through the sides of your body. Exhale, hands to heart. Little bend in the knees. Inhale, breath, arms come up to the sky. Exhale, right palm touches the right leg. We hinge over towards the right. So it should start to feel a little warm through the sides of the body. Inhale back through center, the palms touch. Exhale, breath, left hand comes down to your left leg. We hinge to your left. Nice. Inhale back through center, arms to the sky. Exhale, chair pose, bend into your knees. The hips come down. Maybe you're sinking a little lower this time. All right, making sure a little bit more weight's in the heels. We breathe in. Exhale to twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale back through center, arms to the sky. Exhale, twist to your left. Right arm reaches forward. Bend through the chest, really reach with the hands. Inhale back through center, arms to the sky. We straighten through the legs and a nice swan dive. So reach your heart forward as you fold all the way down. Beautiful. One halfway lift. Straighten your spine, tuck the chin in, pull the belly in. Exhale to fold, let everything collapse down. Hands come down to the mat, step back to your plank. Okay, this time just flowing through. So whatever version you want to take here, whatever feels good on your body, we might inhale forward. Exhale to lower, the elbows pull in close to the body. You move through cobra or up dog, keeping the strength through your legs and squeezing the shoulders in. And downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Beautiful. Once you land in your downward dog, we're just going to hold here for kind of 5 rounds of breath. So thinking about the elbows wrapping in, so close into the body. So you can really feel the shoulder blades move to the sides of the body. The chin's tucking in. The neck is long. The heels are drawing down and you feel your tailbone and your hips kind of lifting higher. One more breath. Okay, as you inhale, right leg lifts to the sky, three-legged dog. Come up high onto your left toes. As you exhale, tiger curl your knee into your chest, step straight between your hands. So bring it all the way through. Lower your left knee down. You can relax the toes if it feels more stable. Rise up, half crescent lunge, arms to the sky. Okay, so we're following those same kind of movement patterns. Breathe in and lift. Exhale, we twist to your right. Left arm comes forward, right arm back. Hold here. So you can either stay or your right hand comes down to the back of your left thigh. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Now you want to find that firmness through the feet again. So the top of the left foot and the bottom of the right foot is pushing into the mat. You might dip a little into the left hip. Okay, take the arms back out to the sides into your twist. As you breathe in, come back through center, arms lift up. This time as you exhale, twist to your left. So right arm comes forward, left arm comes back completely open, hips sustain to the front. Lower your left hand down to the back of the thigh. It's just there for support. Your right arm reaches up to the sky. So this might throw the balance off a little. So again, push into the feet. They're your stability. We hold here for a breath. Nice. Okay, again, arms out to the sides. Inhale, breath, come back through center. Take your arms up, square everything straight. Exhale, hands come down to the mat into your lunge. Nice. Tuck the toes, lift the left knee. We step straight back, downward facing dog. So right foot meets the left. And if you need any kind of wiggle here or pedal out of the feet, take any movements. One breath to reset. Okay, as you inhale, left leg heels up to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, we pull straight through the center. So lift through the hips as you step between your hands, get that height. Nice. Right knee comes down. Again, relax the toes if it feels comfortable. Rise up, half crescent lunge. Breathe in. Exhale, we twist to your left. Bring your right arm forward. Left arm flows back, opening the chest. Left hand comes down to the back of the thigh just for support as you extend your right arm up to the sky. And then you can dip down. You can stay lifted, squeeze the thighs in, push into the feet. Finding that steady gaze here. Okay, come back out to the sides, reach the arms out. Inhale, breath, arms to sky, back through center. Exhale, twist to your right, open twist, left arm comes forward. The right arm flows back down to the back of the right thigh, left arm extends up to the sky. Softening through the right shoulder. Again, you can dip into the hips if you feel nice and stable. Okay, come out to the sides. Inhale, breath, we sweep back through center, arms to the sky. Exhale, breath, hands down to the mat to your lunge. Tuck the toes, lift the knee. Downward facing dog, left foot steps next to the right. Nice, guys. Again, if you need to shake the hips out, you need to pedal the feet out. You'll be feeling nice and warm in all areas. Okay, starting to get deep into the core. Make sure your fingers are spread wide. You're really pushing that firmness into your hand. Make sure your core is engaged. The belly's pulling in. You'll shimmy forward into a plank. So you'll bring your shoulders over the top of the wrists. You might need to crawl your hands forward or your feet back, depending on the length of your body. And we're going to hold here. So you can lower your knees down at any point if you wish. Otherwise, draw back through the heels. Make sure your hips are in line with the shoulders. So if you feel like you're dipping into your lower back, the hips need to be lifted. If your core is asleep, you probably need to lower your hips. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog, lift the hips up to the sky. Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times, but getting shorter each time. Okay, as you inhale, come back into your plank. Shoulders align over the wrists, heels back. We hold strong and firm, push up into the shoulders. We hold 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog, hips come up and back. Beautiful. Last time. Come forward into your plank, shoulders over the wrist. Find that firmness in your body. We hold for a deep breath in and out. Okay, the option to flow here, you can skip if you need to, knees lifted or lowered. Inhale draws you forward. Exhale to lower down. Keep that heat flowing through the body. And move through cobra or up dog, reaching the heart high. Nice. And downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Beautiful, guys. Okay, on an inhale, right leg lifts up to the sky. Exhale, we tiger curl through the center. Curl in, step between your hands. Rise up this time, full crescent lunge. So stay on the ball of your left foot. If you need to tap it closer, we're going to be here for a while, so you want to feel stable. So if you need to bend the left knee, I always find that's a lot more stable here. Gripping in through the feet. Take a breath in. Exhale breath, we twist again. Left arm forward, right arm back. So this should still feel really familiar now. Lower your right hand to the back of your left thigh, so it's the same position. Left arm reaches up to the sky. We hold. Squeeze the thighs in. A nice bend in the right knee. Soft right shoulder. Okay. Take your arms out to the sides. We inhale back through center. Move nice and slowly. Feel that control through the body. Exhale, open twist. Right arm forward, left arm back. So you twist into your left. Again, the hips are square, so pull the left hip forward. Left hand comes down to the back of the left thigh. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Find that steady gaze here, because I know as soon as you look away, the balance gets a little wobbly. Beautiful. Take the arms out to the sides. Inhale, breath back through center, just to square everything off, everything to the front. Exhale, we'll open to warrior two. So turn to your left-hand side. So we're kind of going to add on each time here. Deep bend into your right knee, roll your shoulders back, hard over the hips. Flip your right palm, reverse your warrior, right arm lifts up to the sky. Exhale breath, we circle down to the mat, into your lunge. Beautiful. Hold here for a moment. We take another twist. Peel your right arm up to the sky. Opening through the chest, keep your back leg strong and your hips lifted. Exhale to lower down into your lunge. Okay, step back to your plank. There is the option to flow here. If you want to start to lower down, feel free to go for it. If you want a downward dog or child's pose, feel free to take those options. So wherever you are, staying with your breath, flowing through, keeping that kind of mindful connection as you move. Nice. So you meet in downward facing dog. Okay, let's keep moving on. An inhale, left leg reaches up to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, we tiger curl through center. Bring it between your hands. Rise up, crescent lunge. So everything's getting quite familiar. That same movement, arms to the sky. Find your steady stance first. Bend into the back knee, right knee. We take a breath in. Exhale, twist. Right arm forward. Left travels back. Hips are square, squeeze the thighs in. Left hand comes down to the back of the thigh. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Gripping into the toes, the belly in. Reach the right hand up. Okay, slowly arms come out to the sides. And inhale, breath back through center, that center point. Exhale, we twist to the right. Keep the hips square, left arm reaches forward, right arm back. Right hand keeps moving to the back of the right thigh. Left arm reaches up to the sky. We hold for a breath. Again, pull the right hip forward, tailbone down so the back isn't arching. Take the arms out to the side. Inhale, breath back through center, arms come up. Exhale, breath, warrior two. Open back up to your right. Left knee is bent, arms are out. Beautiful. Flip your left palm, reverse. Take your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, breath, we take it down to the mat, into your lunge. Beautiful. We twist, left arm extends up to the sky. Roll the right shoulder back a little, so you're pulling out of the right shoulder. Exhale, down to the mat, into your lunge. Step back to your plank. Okay, we are going to take a child's pose after this. So this is your choice if you want to flow through or if you want to head straight there. So as you exhale, you might draw down to the mat. You might choose to flow through cobra or up dog, or you can always take that modified version. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Beautiful, guys. Okay, once you hit here, take a deep breath in. And an exhale breath, knees come down to the mat. Take them out nice and wide. Untuck the toes, send the hips back. Roll the hands forward. And we melt the body down. And just having a moment here to enjoy all those sensations that are moving through the body. If there's any heat pulsing through, noticing if the hands or the palms are twitching. Noticing if you can slow the breath down a little more. Just take 3 more breaths here. Reset the body, reset your breath. Okay, take your time, downward facing dog. Lift your chest, your hips, arc the toes under, send the hips to the sky. Okay, ready to flow again on an inhale, right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. We lift the hips high, high up onto the ball of the left foot. Tiger curl through your center, step it between your hands. Okay, rise up, crescent lunge, arms to the sky. Okay, again, take your time, find your stable stance. We breathe into lift. Exhale, twist to the right, left arm forward, right arm back. Okay, again, side stretch. So right hand lowers down to your left thigh, left arm reaches up to the sky. Hold here for a breath. Okay, take the hands out to the sides. Inhale, breath back through center. This time, as you exhale, open straight to warrior 2. So turn to your left, ground the left heel down, expand out to the side. Nice. Okay, flip your front palm, reverse your warrior, right arm reaches up to the sky, keep the bend in the right knee. Exhale, warrior 2 out to the side. All right, flying warrior, arms to the sky, straighten the right leg, lift everything up. Exhale, just lower your hands to your hips. Okay, turn the right toes to face the side of the mat. We're going to head into goddess pose, so you might need to shuffle the feet in a little. Heels come in, toes turn out to the sides. Bend through the knees, sink in the hips down. And then coming to your point where you can hold, where the knees stay tracking over the ankles. So if the hips are a little tighter, come up a little more. Firm the belly, and we can bring the hands to rest at the heart if you feel comfortable. The shoulders back, the heart still kind of lifting up. We hold here so you can take the gaze to the ground if it feels comfortable. And hold for another 5 seconds. So we hold 5, 4, 3, 2, maybe sinking a little lower. 1. Beautiful. Straighten through the legs. Turn the heels back out. We take a breath in, reach the arms to the sky. And exhale breath, we fold. So fold all the way forward and down. You can always have the hands on the hips if it feels more supported. Beautiful. Hands come down and then just holding here for a moment. Noticing if all the weight's in your heels. You want to shift onto the balls of the feet a little more. Okay, right hand comes to the center. You can grab a block if you need a bit more height. Peel your left arm up to the sky. So again, that same motion of twisting to your left, but in a different position. Beautiful. Shoulders are back, so the neck is nice and long here. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. Slowly lower the left hand down, replace with the right hand. Inhale breath, the right arm extends up to the sky. Beautiful again. Breathing in deeply. Exhale breath to lower down. Okay, crawl your hands all the way around to the top of the mat. So into your lunge, right toes turn forward, ball of the left foot. We step back to our plank. Okay, this one, lower your knees down to the mat. Again, sink your hips back towards your heels. So you can keep the toes tucked or you can untuck them. Same as we started, inhale breath, cactus arms. So fingers spread wide, elbows out. This is our nice back bend. So reach the heart up, Squeeze the shoulder blades in. Take one full round of breath. So deep breath in and out. Okay, hands come down to the mat into your downward facing dog. So toes are touched, lift the hips up to the sky. Beautiful. If you need to paddle out the feet, shake anything out. We have one more side. Inhale, breath, left leg extends up to the sky. Keep the hips square, toes down. Exhale, we tiger curl through the center. Keep that height through the body. Between your hands, come all the way through. Rise up, half crescent lunge. Nice, guys. Squeeze the thighs in. Take a breath in. Exhale, we twist. Right arm forward, left arm back. Okay, left hand keeps flowing down to the back leg. Right arm extends up to the sky, and we hold here. Find that steady gaze. Drop the shoulders back. Reach high with the right hand. So every little adjustment will make a difference. Okay, take the hands out to the sides. Inhale, back through center, arms to sky. Exhale, warrior two. Turn to your right. Opening the entire body, keeping the left knee bent. Beautiful. Okay, flip your left palm, reverse your warrior, left arm up to the sky. Exhale, warrior two, out to the side. Flying warrior, we lift lightly, take the arms up, extend the front leg. Exhale, hands down to your hips. The left toes turn to the side. Again, we're coming to goddess, so if you need to walk the feet in, if they're nice and wide, heels come in, toes out. Bend into your knees. Okay, so two options. You can either stay here, bring your hands to your heart. If you want to add another level on, you can lift your heels. Completely optional, so stay where you feel steady. We're holding this one for a little longer. You're going to hold it for 8 seconds. So 8, 7, 6, 5, the belly's in, shoulders back. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Lower the heels if they're lifted. Straighten the legs. Turn the toes to face the side of the mat. And then this time, take your hands behind you. So interlace the fingers. Roll the shoulders back. Get that nice lift and open through the chest. Taking a breath in. And as you exhale, we pour forward and down. And trying to get a little longer through the spine here. So tuck the chin in. The arms drift behind the back of the body. Opening through the shoulders. And then again, just noticing where the weight is in your feet. So we're having that trust as we kind of tilt a little bit further into the balls of the feet. And you might rinse out the neck. And just taking one more breath here. Okay, bring your hands to your lower back. And then they slowly glide down the back of the legs all the way to the mat. Okay, hands come to the center underneath your shoulders. Walk your hands over towards your left foot. I always go to the left foot first. I'm not sure why. So your right hand can stay on your left foot, and the same twist in action, your left arm can extend up to the sky if it feels okay. If this is too much on your shoulders, you can bring your left hand to your lower back. So that option's always there. It's a little less intense on the shoulders. And then hold in here for a breath. Okay, left hand comes down. Crawl your hands over towards the right foot. Left hand stays grounded as you peel your right arm up to the sky, opening the chest. Breathing in, reaching up. Exhale to slowly come down. Okay, your hands crawl back to the center, and then they keep crawling all the way around to your lunge on the left side. So the toes turn, the ball of the foot, ball of the right foot, step back to your plank. Okay, this one we're going to flow through. So if you want to skip or take a different option, feel free. Otherwise, draw the chin in. Inhale, gaze come forward. We shift. Exhale, lower halfway or to the mat. The toes are untucked as you peel through cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Nice. Okay, rise up high onto your toes and bend in your knees. Walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Make it nice and slow. Firm hands onto the shins. Exhale, breath to fold. Rise to stand, circle the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, breath, hands to heart. Okay, again, making sure your feet are stacked underneath the hips. Breathe in, take your arms up to the sky. Exhale, breath back into your chair. Bend into the knees, so it doesn't need to be too low, but maybe it goes a little lower this time. Pull the belly in. Okay, you can either keep your hands lifted or you can bring them to your heart, wherever you feel more balanced here, or you can always go for the option of your hips. This might feel a little bit weird, but we're working on firming the thighs. So we start to shift the weight onto your left foot, keeping the knee bent, the hips sinking down, lift the right foot up, kind of into a stalk. Beautiful. And then we're just holding here. So if you're feeling any pressure in the left ankle, you might want to shift back a little into the left heel. If you want to add on, you extend the right heel forward. So straightening the leg. We hold for 3, 2, 1. Bring the right foot back down underneath the hip. Even weight, keep the knees bent. Okay, we're shifting straight to the other side. Shift onto your right foot. Hips are back. Lift the left foot. Again, if you're creasing into the crease of the right ankle, come back a little. Okay, the option to extend the left leg. If you're shaking, that means the muscles are working. I know I'm shaking. We hold. 3, 2, 1. Nice, guys. Left foot comes down. Straighten the legs. Release the arms if you want to give them a little shake if they're feeling a bit tender. Beautiful. All right, take a deep breath in. Circle the arms all the way up. Exhale, breath, hands to heart. Okay, we're going to have just one more balance here, so you can make this as light as you like, but we start to shift the weight kindly onto the left leg. You might have a slight bend. The right knee lifts up to a stalk. Beautiful. So just finding your balance here. The left hand comes to kind of the outside of the right knee, and then we're going for that twist again. So your right arm starts to extend back. And we're just trying to keep this nice and light. So feel like you're lifting up and out of your hips. You're reaching back with your right hand, and we're just going to hold here. So you want to keep everything steady, everything firm and engaged, lifting up through the crown of the head, even reach the toes up, the right toes. Right. Hold, one more breath. Okay, slowly lower your right hand down, lower your right foot. Okay, have a little rinse of the ankles or the hips, and then straight over to the other side. Roll the shoulders back, lifting nice and tall. We shift onto the right foot. Left knee lifts, find your stalk, steady gaze. Lifting up and out. Ground through the right foot. Right hand comes to support onto the left knee. Left hand extends back, finding that twist. Then you can always gaze over your left shoulder if you feel steady. Now thinking about every muscle in the body here. So you firm through the right foot. You reaching with the left hand. Is the belly in? Are the left toes up? Pulling the left hip down, the right hip up. Hold one more breath. All right, lower the left hand, lower your left foot, bring everything down, give it a little shake. Beautiful. Okay, coming to the top of the mat, feet under the hips. Take a nice deep breath in, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, breath, we fold slowly through your center line to come all the way down. You're nice and long through the back of the body. Halfway lift, breathe in, extend the spine. Exhale, breath, we fold down. Hands down to the mat, step back to your plank. Okay. This is the last flow. If you want to go ahead and skip, feel free to skip. Otherwise, can we slow it down? So inhale, breath, shift yourself forwards. We're aligning the elbows over the wrists. As you exhale, the elbows are in as you lower down halfway or to the mat. The toes untuck, cobra or up dog, getting that last long extension. And downward facing dog, hips to the sky, beautiful. Okay, we're gonna hold here for our last 5 breaths. So in and out of the nose, keeping it steady and really as slow as you can. That kind of joyful pace where it just feels nice and kind of easeful. Okay, whenever you've finished, lowering your knees all the way down to the mat, taking them out nice and wide to the sides, toes untucked, child's pose, sink your hips back, crawl your hands forward. Okay, slowly walk your hands over to the left-hand side. Getting long through the right side of the body, right palm can rest onto the left hand if it feels comfortable. And then just hold in here. Pulling the right shoulder down, sending the right hip back to get as long as you can through the right side of your body. Okay, slowly coming back through center. Crawling your hands over to the other side towards your right. The palms can touch, hips sink back. Every part of the body is starting to pull and gravitate down. You slowly come back through center into a child's pose or a regular one. Then we gently lift your chest, lift your hips, come all the way up. And if you want to bring the knees together, swivel over to a seat and swing yourself around. We'll come straight to the top of the mat. So bending the knees. If you want to lie yourself down straight away, go for it. Otherwise, reach your hands forward. Feet are firm, shoulders are back. We breathe in, knees in line with the ankles and the hips. We exhale to slowly roll down. And just at your pace, whether you want that control there, whether you're ready to just come all the way down, take your time. Nice. And slowly bring the knees in towards the chest. And just a little massage of the spine here. So a rock side to side. Okay, a few options depending where you want to go today. Either I can go straight into legs in the air, just taking your legs up. If you have a block, you can add a block in. If you're craving a shoulder stand, that option is there today. So go ahead and take whatever kind of option you're feeling. So if you're going for the shoulder stand, your hands come to your lower back, the fingers are up, the elbows are in. Gaze up to the sky as you slowly take your feet all the way up. I'm going to focus on kind of rounding through the upper back while staying really long through the lower back and extending the feet up. Just holding here wherever you are, making sure you can breathe easily. Keep the hands lifting the hips up. And if you have that choice and you want to go to plow, feel free to take, or any other variations here. The legs want to flow anywhere. I know some people like to do some different things with the legs, so feel free to take any options here. But just making sure you can still breathe easily and there's kind of not this pressure in your hands. There's a lot of lift coming from the legs wherever you are. Let's take 3 more breaths. Okay, having a hold of your hips, support yourself, bend your knees as you slowly roll yourself back down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Nice and slowly. Beautiful. Feet come all the way down and we come straight into our fish pose. So extend your legs out long, feet come together, arms are down by your sides, palms are flat to the mat. Slowly crawl your hands underneath your body so you're lying on top of your arms. You start to push into your elbows and your forearms and palms. So puff your chest up like a fish. And then you rest on the crown of the head so the throat is completely open. This doesn't need to be dramatic or big. It's just getting that little arch into the upper back and releasing through the throat. So just take one breath here. Okay, tucking the chin all the way in, back down onto the mat. Okay, releasing your arms. Okay, bend your knees and ground your feet. I'm going to go for a nice simple twist today. So bring the knees together, ankles together. Take your arms out to the sides into your T shape. And as you exhale, you slowly lower the knees down towards the left. And your head might gently turn to the right. And just relaxing here, adding in any props. You can have the knees closer to your body or further away. You can always cactus the arms if that feels better on the shoulders. If you feel comfortable, close down the eyes. Get that nice opening through the spine, nice opening through the lower back. Enjoying the light twist into the belly. You slowly bring your knees back up to the sky. And flowing through, the hips come to the left as the knees lower down towards your right. Again, wherever feels comfortable, whether your knees are close or far away. Maybe the head gently turns. And slowly bring the knees back up to the sky. Releasing your twist. Bring your right knee into your chest and just extend the left leg out straight. And knowing you can always bend this left knee again if it feels more supportive to have the foot grounded. But otherwise, we're going for a half happy baby here. So you'll start to bring your right knee towards your right shoulder, or your right armpit, so gently open through the hip. Your left hand can rest onto your left hip for a bit more support there. And you reach for the inner sole of your right foot. Your right foot comes up to the sky. So you're just getting a little more focus into one hip at a time. And then if you do like to extend the leg, that option is there. If you want to get a little deeper into the hamstring, feel free to extend the leg. You can always grab a strap if you wanted to use a strap or a belt of some sort. We're just going to hold here, deep into the right hip. And you take one more breath. Okay, slowly let go of your foot. Bring your knee back into your chest, so make sure you square off first. And then slowly lower your right leg down, take it out long. We switch to the other side. So left knee comes in, give it a nice big squeeze. Right hand onto the right hip. Your left knee travels out to the side. And then in your time, you reach for the left sole of the foot for your half happy baby. And sometimes this can just be a little bit more of a gentle way to head into the full version. And if you're going for that full leg extension, feel free to go for that again. But you want to keep your right hip and making sure your kind of right buttocks is staying on the ground. So otherwise it can tend to lift and peel up. You want to keep that right side firm and strong. Okay, one more breath. Okay, left hand comes back to your knee. We bring the knee into the chest and then bring your right knee in to meet the left at your chest. Nice. Okay, going for the full version, take both knees out to the sides. When you're ready, we reach for both feet, taking the legs up to the sky and just noticing the difference here compared to when you usually do it. Maybe the hips feel a little more tender. Maybe they feel a little more free. And then whatever last options you want to take here, if you want to go ahead and extend both legs, if you enjoy the sway, wherever you are, if you can just make sure that your hips are traveling down and your lower back, you can feel it moving onto the mat. You want to use the support of the whole spine here. Okay, take one more deep breath in and out. And slowly letting go of the feet to bring the knees into the chest. Just one more time, hugging everything in nice and close, nice and tight. Take your full breath in. And as you exhale, we'll head into Shavasana. So taking the legs out and down to the mat. Coming into that most important part of the practice. The legs come down, the arms fall away, grabbing anything you need to make yourself a little more comfortable. But this is where, what they say, the magic happens. Where you allow your body to come to that place of rest. You allow your nervous system to completely calm down. And you're already in this kind of meditative zone from this movement and breathing. And this is where everything can settle. Everything can kind of ground into. You can start to physically let go of the hold with the shoulders, the feet, the chest, the belly. Letting go of any tension. Bringing in complete ease through your body. As your eyes stay closed, the jaw softens. And you can just breathe and enjoy the space of relaxing for just a couple minutes out of the entire day. Starting your day in this restful, slow space. Taking a really deep breath in and a really releasing breath out. And slowly, just in your own time, bring some movement back into your body. With the fingers and the toes. A nice good stretch at the up of the head. And just taking your time if you want to roll to one side and have a moment there. Moving nice and slowly. And whenever you're ready, coming back to your seat. Bring the hands together at the heart. And just keep the eyes nice and relaxed. Okay, let's reset for the day. Take a deep breath in, as deep as you can. Part the lips and let it all go. Let it out. Bow your head to your hands, to your heart, to yourself. Thank you for joining me this morning. Namaste.